What is going on, Bull Nation, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, I am going to tell you guys what is the best loadout you can have when playing the raid. Not only that, but I'm also going to give you guys other options of weapons you could possibly use to make your raid experience that much easier, and to make sure not only that you guys are outputting the most DPS, but also helping your team while you're completing the raid. And this will not only help you, but could also help your friends and teammates to know what type of loadout to have. Or if someone joins you, you can tell them what to use. So make sure you guys share this video with your friends so they can know exactly what loadout to have for the raid. So let's go ahead and start off with the following. We're going to knock off the kinetic weapons. So in the kinetic weapons, it's going to be based on a different setup. You're going to want to, on kinetic and energy, you're going to want to have either a scout, you want to have a scout and also a auto rifle. Now, depending if you have these certain weapons, it's going to determine your type of loadout. If you guys have the Skyburner's Oath, then this is where you guys are going to start off with, and this is where you guys are going to use your exotic tier 2 until the final boss, because we'll switch a couple things around when we get there. So the cool thing addition about the Skyburner Oath, it comes with the slug refill. This weapon fires solar slugs that get stronger when aiming down sight. But not only that, but this weapon is actually pretty good because it has the Emperor perk. This weapon is full auto, does extra damage to Cabal, and penetrates Phoenix shield. So basically, if someone puts up a shield, it will automatically penetrate that shield. It comes with the extended mag as well, and it also comes with a short action stock. This weapon is especially easy to grip. What makes this weapon so viable is the fact that you're able to not only do extra damage to the Cabal enemy, but you're also able to have the refill, which gives it that solar damage. A lot of these people will have solar shields when activated. So if you have this one, this is what you guys are going to want to equip when you're heading towards the raid. Next up, if you guys have that equipped, then you're going to want to go with an auto rifle. Recommended, it's either the Scatterlocky, if you guys if you guys have that, or the best one I would highly recommend is the one from the raid. But I'm assuming if you've done the raid, you probably don't have the Ghost Primus. The Ghost Primus has a really good build as well. But if you haven't completed the raid, then I would highly suggest you get the Scatterlocky. Now, you can get the Scatterlocky from just turning in tokens in EDC, and that could go ahead and be granted to you guys. And as far as power weapon, you're going to want to go with the following. You could go with the rocket launcher. The raid rocket launcher is a really good one, but if you haven't completed the raid, you probably won't have that. You could go with the sniper rifle from the Trials of Osiris, the Long Walk, which is one of the highest impact snipers out there currently right now. Highly recommend this one as well. Or you could go with the rocket launcher that you're able to get from the Vanguard, called the Curtain Call. Now, you're able to get that one from there as well. So I'm going to explain where you use each individual weapon and how to work those out. And you could also use a sword, or you could use the Merciless. So these are the ones you guys are going to want to have in your power level. So once again, guys, sword, Merciless, rocket launcher, either this one, the Sins of the Past, or the Curtain Call, and or a good sniper called the Long Walk, which you get from Trials, or you get another sniper rifle which has a lot of high impact. Let me see if I can transfer this one over, which is this one right here, called the Veleda D. As you guys see, this one has really, really good impact. If I compare it to this one has a little bit more of extended range, and it also has a really, really high impact. The cool thing about this one is you can draw this one really fast. It has high damage and high recoil. Same thing as this one as well. Now, the big difference between that one and this one is that this one you can even switch them to outlaw, so precision kills greatly decrease the reload time, which makes it a really effective weapon. So these are the two snipers I would highly recommend: the Leda D and the Long Walk. Rocket launcher, Sins of the Past, Curtain Call, a sword, any sword that grants you a reload to your pretty much constantly landing rapid sword strikes, increase the weapon's damage output, which is a good one. And landing 3 strikes within a short time grants you a sword ammo. So any sword that has that, you guys should be good to go. Now, the Merciless is another option that you have. Sir sold this one, so I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have this one. So this is pretty good for not only killing the dogs in the dog round, but also for DPSing the boss when you get to the final stage. And that's the kind of setup you're going to want to have. A auto rifle, scout rifle, power weapon, via rocket, via launcher, via everything. So if you do not have the Skyburner's Oath, then this is what you guys are going to want to run. You are then going to want to switch the following. You're going to want to go with the Nameless Midnight. the Nameless Midnight is a really good scout rifle, one of the best scout rifles currently in the game. If you don't have the Nameless Midnight, which I think you should all have it because you're definitely able to pick this up from once you guys start, when you activate the Nightfall, it gives you an option to pick 3 weapons, and this is one of them. You can pick up the Nameless. If you don't have this one, you can pick the Does Not Compete, which actually has a better impact and better range than the Nameless Midnight. The only downside with this one is that the magazine size is a little bit lower than the magazine size for the Nameless Midnight. Now, as far as your energy weapon, you're gonna be able to have 2 options. One is if you have the exotic called the Sunshot. This is a really good weapon because it's gonna help you clear a lot of ads really quickly, plus giving you that detonation. If you don't have this one, you could go with the Cold Heart. The Cold Heart is a really good weapon to use in this situation, but my personal favorite with the setup is to go with the Prosecutor. The Prosecutor is actually a auto rifle you're able to pick up from completing trials, and is by far one of the best auto rifles currently right now in the game, and I highly would recommend this loadout. So Nameless Midnight, Prosecutor, or and Merciless right here, giving you a very good amount of DPS, or a rocket launcher. Now, based on the places you go, so when you start off the raid, it doesn't really matter what loadout you use because any loadout would work. You don't really need that much DPS until you get to the bell part. So you're going to want to either run the Prosecutor or the Sniper, especially if you are in that phase. The reason I don't want to recommend a rocket launcher is because people tend to kind of shoot each other or group up, and you might kill each other. Once you go to the gardens, then I would definitely recommend using a sword or using the Merciless or a rocket launcher as your power weapon. Any weapon you use in the kinetic or energy weapon should be suffice. Once you get to the final stage of the part where you kind of shoot the diamonds, any loadout would work. Usually swords work really well, Merciless really well, rocket works really well, especially when killing the Cabal that spawns and you have to hold that part. And for the last damage phase, which is the boss phase, the best loadout I could probably tell you guys to use is definitely use a rocket launcher or Merciless with that combo. Rocket, Merciless, or Sniper would fit right here. If you don't have any of that, then I would recommend you guys go with the Cold Heart, which makes it a really good weapon, with a scout rifle, the Nameless Midnight, and a rocket launcher on this part, or a sniper. So you can double down the damage on this one, which will give you the best damage output for any sort of damage phase that you're trying to do to Callus. And that, guys, is the best weapon loadouts you guys can have when completing the raid. Let me know if you have all these weapons. If you do, let me know in the comment section down below. If you don't have all these weapons, let me know which ones you're missing. And also, please let me know if this loadout helps you guys complete the raid and actually damage him much better. Don't forget, guys, if you want to stay tuned to everything that has to do with the World of Destiny, please keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.